Lone boy, laughing at the raindrops. Yet years later, cries, sitting at the windowsill, entertained by the gesture-ish clops of the rain pounding away the time he must kill. The child awaits his parents' return, as the lonely dead silence in the house is the last sound midday to yearn for a person, an instrument, the house owner's spouse. The child's eyes slowly fill with water, and he curls into his knees as ashtrays for his tears. As his parents laughed in the other room with their daughter, she was favored, while he felt like he was wasting his years. Eternal stasis drowned out by the rain, not knowing you're stuck was his only escape, and his only way to remain sane, which brought him about as much security as flimsy tape. The child wasn't alone. He had the rain. He sat, he cried, he laughed. The storm itself is what soothed his pain, and trading it for clear weather would be unpathed. He needs it, so he doesn't hear the yelling next door, so he doesn't mind how his bruises are sore, so he can focus on trying to climb down off the window so he can no longer drown. Drowning deep within the sound, he's entranced, he's lost, but he has a liking for the tranquil sound, yet at what endless cost? That baby, that child, that teen, he's a fool to try translating what the raindrops mean. However, he becomes a fool that smokes, and a fool that idly falls for tranquility's hoax. He's a man that tosses his cigarettes after burning them out against his knees, his ashtrays to repent for his regrets, never having been lonely from the sky's seas. His eyes are gray, a dark monotone shade, and as he finally turns and the rain lightens up a little, his mind has finally been made. Even if his legs are now weak and brittle, he steps off the windowsill with a stumble and a speechless, agonizing mumble. He steps into the hallways of the great big place, and he's astonished by such an open space. He's ready to greet his sister, but as he opens her room, he sees neither his sister, mother, nor her mister. Only a dark, empty room. Much like a coffin, it's scented with cold, desolate air. He steps inside but is stopped by a sense of loneliness and despair. And that's when his bubble was popped. He noticed the whole house was silent. He didn't hear his mother and father being violent. He didn't feel the presence of anyone. And he was trapped to his mental cage's stun. "Where is everyone?" he asks. "Why is nobody answering?" in the sorrow of his few masks. He returns to his room and sees food at the door, and yet it's far from fresh, which told him a lot more. They left food for me. His knees weaken, crashing to the floor. He feels a stream of tears fall continuously, and then he whimpers, in his heart feeling like a roar. But truly, in reality, he broke down and cried. Nothing more.